Hello friends, welcome to my channel RJ Education. Today I am going to discuss an important topic, that is judiciary. In order to gain some knowledge, you have to watch the video till last. So friend, please watch the video till last and gain the knowledge. The judiciary. Judiciary is the organ of the government which is responsible for settling dispute through interpretations of law. It also protects the right and liberty of an individual. The existence of judiciary is essential features of a democracy. The judicial system of any country is composed of courts, judges and justice. This system is vested with the power to ensure justice, fairness and the rule of law by deciding cases filed by the people who have been denied some genuine right or privileges. Settlement of dispute. The judiciary settles dispute between individuals, between citizens and the government, between states and union government, and between various states. Interpretations of the Constitution. The judiciary strikes off any law passed by the Parliament of India if the provisions of the Constitution. This is called judicial review. Protections of fundamental rights. Court guards the citizen's right. If anyone, be it the government or some individuals, tries to take away the citizen's right, then he or she can approach the court to protect the right. Structures of judiciary. The Indian judiciary is independent, integrated and unified. A citizen of India can appeal to a higher court if he or she is not satisfied with the judgment of a lower court. The judicial system in India is divided into three levels. The Supreme Court. Supreme Court is the highest court in India. It is the ultimate interpreter of the Constitution and the law of the land. The Supreme Court of India is headed by the Chief Justice and other judges appointed by the President. The judges should not more than 25 in number. Qualification required. To become a judge of the Supreme Court, one has to be a citizen of India, be an advocate at a High Court for at least 10 years, be a judge of High Court or two for at least 5 years, or be a distinguished justice in the opinion of the President. Term of the office. The Supreme Court judges retired at the age of 65. The judges of the Supreme Court can be removed from the office only through an impeachment motion on the grounds of misuse of authority. Both the houses of the Parliament have to pass the resolution in order to intimate such an impeachment procedures. The President finalized the removal of the judges from the seat of the Supreme Court after deliberating on the impeachment. Power and function of the Supreme Court. There are three types of jurisdiction that the Supreme Court had. Number 1, original jurisdiction. The original jurisdiction of Supreme Court is its power to hear certain cases for the first time. Disputes over the interpretation of the Constitution. Dispute over the enforcement of the fundamental rights. Disputes between the central and one or more states government or between two or more state governments. Number 2, appellate jurisdiction. The Supreme Court is the highest court of appeal in civil and criminal cases. It hears appeals against the judgment rendered by the High Court. Advisory jurisdiction. Under Articles 143 of the Constitution, the President of India can refer certain cases to the Supreme Court of India. Under advisory jurisdiction, the President of India may refer any questions of law of public importance to Supreme Court for its advice. Courts of record. All the cases and the judgment taken up by the Supreme Court are filed and kept for future reference. These preserved cases and judgment can be used as evidence and cannot be questioned when reproduced in court. High Court. At the state level, the High Court is the highest court of appeal. There are 24 high courts in the country which serves 29 states, 6 union territories and 1 national capital region. Structures of High Court. High Court consists of a Chief Justice and a number of other judges. The number of judges varies from state to state. The Chief Justice of High Court is appointed by the President of India in consultant with the Chief Justice of India and the Governor of the state. The other judges are appointed in consulting by the above mentioned people. The President of India can appoint additional judges for maximum period of 2 years. Qualification required for the members of the High Court are as follows. To become a judge of a High Court, one has to become an Indian citizen and must not at least 45 years of age. An advocate must have served a legal of law in India for 10 or more years. Tenure and removal. A High Court judge is retired at the age of 62. A High Court judges can also face impeachment of the changes of misconduct as it is the case with the Supreme Court judges. Next comes the power and function of the High Court judges. High Court has the original jurisdiction over cases related to the enforcement of fundamental rights. It issues rights and direction for the enforcement of the fundamental rights. It issues right and direction for the enforcement of the fundamental rights. It can appeal jurisdiction over the civil and criminal cases and appeal against the decision taken by the lower court. It approves death sentences awarded by session judges. It supervises the activities of the lower courts. Courts of record. A High Court is also called courts of record. Subordinate courts. For administrative purpose, our country is divided into states and union territories. The states are further divided into districts. Each district has a district court. The district court and the courts below it are known as subordinate courts. Courts below subordinate court are distance court of civil and criminal cases. The court of the district judge is the highest court for dealing with civil cases at the district level. The subordinate courts under it are the court of chief judicial magistrate, the first class judicial magistrate and the second class judicial magistrate. Next comes Lok Adalats. In our country, the process of imparting justice is often lengthy, time consuming as well as an expensive affair. To overcome this problem, Lok Adalats were set up. The government of India had set up Lok Adalat to settle disputes through compromise. The simplify the legal procedures. The cases in Lok Adalats are presided over by a sitting or a retired judges, a lawyer and social worker. The main condition for Lok Adalat is that both parties in dispute should agree for a settlement. One of the major advantages of Lok Adalat is that they help settle cases at a quicker pace, and since cases here are mutually settled between the two parties, their relationship does not get strained. Independent judiciary. The success of a democracy depends on an independent judiciary. So the judiciary in India has been kept separate from the legislature and the executive. These two organs cannot interfere in the working of the judiciary. The judges have to impartial and honest while administrating and interpreting law. The appointment and tenure of the judges, their relation to other agency of government. These and other similar considerations are important in maintaining the independence and integrity of the judiciary. The courts are not under the government of India and do not act on their behalf. Legal system and branches. Judicial cases can be broadly divided into two categories: civil and criminal cases. Civil cases deal with non-criminal dispute. For example, purchase of goods, disputes over rent, matter, divorce, land dispute, family dispute, etc. are handled by civil court. A civil court is a place where people can solve their problem with peaceful matter. Criminal cases deal with the crime and the legal punishment of criminal offences such as theft, dowry, harassment, murder, etc. Criminal cases are filed by a government body. Criminal cases is designed to prevent citizens from deliberating harming each other. Accessibility of court. According to our constitution, every citizen in our country has the right to justice through the court. The courts are the instrument in protecting the fundamental rights of the citizen. But in the country like India, it is difficult for the people to access the court and seek justice. Keeping this in mind, the Supreme Court in 1980 has set up public interest litigation, simply PIL, to provide easy access to the court and to ensure justice for the poor people. The Supreme Court allows any individual or organization to file a PIL in the High Court or in the Supreme Court on the behalf of whose rights are being violated. In India, judicial system cases get delayed because a number of reasons. As a result, the court takes a number of years before it gives a final judgment. People therefore refrain from going to the court for the settlement of their issue. Hence, it is often said that justice delayed is justice denied. Thank you friends for watching this video. Hope you have get some knowledge from it. So friends, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Thank you.